Let's start off with your life as a child.
The life's experiences that I've experienced, yung kahirapan, nakatira po kami way back then sa squatters area. Grabe po yung aking dedication. Consistency po ang key po natin.
And now you're a teacher in the US.
I want to be an inspiration to everyone. Right now, I'm very, very blessed po. Ay, hindi ko po talaga inimagine na in my life, makakarating po ako sa the land of opportunities, the land of milk and honey, United States of America. It's really a dream come true and I'm fulfilling my dream. Communication skill is very important. I want to develop my personal growth and professional development. High English has been part of it, Miss Abby, and I've attained that. I've learned a lot from the courses that we have, and I'm putting that in my resume. I'm forever grateful to have those credentials. You need to invest yourself talaga. Time will come that it will be paid off. Talagang you will reap what you saw. And my colleague told me that, oh, Sunday, you have an advanced English speaking skill. That's because of high English. And yun talaga yung ininvest ko sa high English. It will help you. Yung courses ay pinag-isipan, talagang well-crafted, and I've learned a lot. Makikita mo yung ROI mo, your return on investment mo. So dapat talagang you invest on yourself with the necessary skills na dapat mo. Hindi po tayo dapat matakot magkamali kasi doon po tayo nag-iisip kung paano po tayo ma-improve. As long as the Lord is with me, hindi po tayo dapat matakot. We are not living in fear. He will be there. We will be journeying with you, O Lord. Hindi na ikaw yung mag-journey sa amin, kundi we will be journeying with you.
Okay, so good morning, Vince. What time is it now in the US?
It's 8:35 in the evening. Good evening, Miss Abby.
Yes, it's 11:32 here in the Philippines. Thank you
Oh.
for granting this interview. I know that you have a lot to share to our audience.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's start off with your life as a child. Okay, so what brought you to where you are right now? So let's go back to your life when you were still in elementary.
Actually, I was able to share my life way back then, Miss Abby, in a GMA regional news. My life story was featured way back then, and talagang yung aking inspiration na na-share ko doon is really kumuha ako or humugot ako ng inspirasyon from the life's experiences that I've experienced. Okay? Example, yung kahirapan. Kasi lahat na pagdaanan po namin, nakatira po kami way back then sa squatters area. So, and pina-remember or talagang nasa isip po namin na kapag hindi po kami nag-aral ng mabuti, the tendency is the life cycle of poverty will continue. Patuloy lang po yan. So, dapat po meron kaming gawin. At kapag hindi po namin pinagbuti yung aming pag-aaral, is the tendency is babalik po yung kahirapan ay magpapatuloy po, Miss Abby. So that's the reason why um, we were able to maintain our scholarships way back in college, and dapat po talagang pag-igihan po namin yung aming pag-aaral. I'm very goal-oriented and grade conscious, even if since elementary until when I took my PhD, grabe po yung aking dedication po na ma-maintain po yung aking mga marka, just to have a life, no, na maganda. Because I know na all of these things na hard work po will not be hindi po yan masasayang, kundi po meron po yung kaakibat na um, in the future, no, na magagamit po natin. And right now, I'm really talagang ano po ako, kinukuha ko na lang po yung products po ng aking pinaghirapan po in the past. And truly, uh, consistency po ang key po natin sa pagiging matagumpay sa buhay. So hindi po natin yan, it's not na makukuha po natin sa isang isang gabi lang, okay na agad, no? Dapat po natin paghirapan po kung ano po yung ating gustong matamasa or maabot sa ating buhay. That's it, Miss Abby.
Yes, that's why you graduated magna cum laude in learning and management. Learn,
Yeah.
yes, in learning and management.
Yes.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you also have a doctoral degree. So congratulations to you, Vince.
Uh,
Tell us, what was the most exciting thing about you being in the US now? From where you came from, na squatters area dito sa Pilipinas, nakahirapan talaga yung mga naranasan mo. And now you're a teacher in the US.
it's really an inspiring journey. I want my life, no? Parati kong sinasabi na I have nothing to boast, kundi dapat sinasabi ko sa aking mga estudyante, the review center, Miss Abby, that I'm hoping na sana I want to be an inspiration to everyone, most especially to the youth right now, na iba na rin yung kanilang generation, and they are very blessed with technology right now na hindi po namin yan um, nakamit, no? It's only right now na na-enjoy po natin yan, yung modernization. But yeah, we never take things for granted. Talagang each po na yung talagang kung nanggaling ka po sa kahirapan, you experience poverty, talagang yung sinabi ko nga, you never take things for granted and you were able to appreciate every bit, no, every centavo that you are earning. And right now, I'm very, very blessed po. Kahit nanggaling po sa kahirapan, right now, I was able to save for the future. I was able to invest my money. And right now, yeah, I am able to give all no the wants of my family right now, and I'm very blessed po. Sabi ko nga, habang buhay pa yung ating mga minamahal sa buhay, gusto ko po talagang maranasan nila yung kaginhawaan. Gusto kong ipatamasa sa kanila kung ano yung kagandahan ng buhay, hindi lang po puro kahirapan, kundi meron din po silang mga kaligayahan, no, sa buhay na ma-experience po nila. And right now, here in the US, I'm enjoying my my job as an elementary teacher. Although I've experienced struggles, and that's very normal in my first year. It's my first year here. I just arrived in the United States last July 2024, and yeah, um, as the time goes by po, nag-a-adjust po tayo. And alam naman po natin na that Filipino teachers are flexible and able to adapt to the changing environment. And we never settle for less. We are, we have the passion for excellence. Alam natin yan na kahit po sa natin lagay ang gurong Pilipino, ang gurong Pinoy ay talagang nangingibabaw po at namamayagpag. Even here in Arizona, Filipinos are seen to be intelligent people, smart people, because we are multilingual at saka we're able to adapt po. Kahit ano po ang, saan po tayo ilagay, walang reklamo, and talagang, yeah, nangingibabaw po ang gurong Pinoy, Miss Abby.
So we have a very good reputation there in Arizona, Filipino teachers. So they look up to you.
Yes po. White River Unified School District is composed of 70% po are Filipinos po. And there is one school here sa aming district na 97% no are Filipinos. So almost all of the teachers are Filipinos. And yeah, I'm very grateful po that I've experienced this. Ay, hindi ko po talaga inimagine na in my life makakarating po ako sa the land of opportunities, the land of milk and honey, United States of America. So, yeah, it's really a dream come true, and I'm fulfilling my dream, American dreams, and um, high English has been part of it, Miss Abby. Alam mo yan. I was coordinating with you way back then because I want also to develop my personal growth. Yeah. I want to have my professional development, and I've attained that. I've learned a lot from the courses that we have, most especially the TESOL. Yeah, that's really the highlight there. And I'm putting that in my resume. and that helps me a lot. The TEFL, or the Teaching English for Foreign Learners, teaching English as a second language and teaching English to young learners, and I'm very grateful for that, Miss Abby. All my life, no, I'm forever grateful to have those credentials, and until now po, nakikita po natin that I'm including that in my resume, and talagang malaki pong tulong. um I want you to be inspired by this, and my colleagues, most especially the Americans, they are affirming yeah the English speaking skills that we Filipinos have, and talagang sinasabi nila, ano ba yung mga Pilipino really they can speak English well, and yeah, and that's because of high English. My colleague told me that, oh, Sunday, you have an advanced English speaking skill, and to God be the glory. Wala talaga akong it's a humbling experience pa din until now, and grateful lang talaga ako. Oo, talagang kinakount ko yung blessings. You need to invest yourself talaga una, Miss Abby, and time will come that it will be paid off. Talagang you will reap what you saw, and in the future talaga, Miss Abby, makikita mo yung ROI mo, your return on investment mo. So dapat talagang you invest on yourself, dapat you embody yourself talaga with the necessary skills na dapat mo before going here in the United States. Dapat prepared ka. Dapat you prepare yourself sa laban kung saan ka man uh, inilagay ng Panginoon, and you shine. You keep on shining. You bloom where you are planted. That's the important thing there.
You're shining in the US. And they,
Yeah.
yes, and they are confirming you have good English skills, and you have, yes, good values, Filipino values that you brought in the US.
Uh-huh. Okay. I had my formal observation last Tuesday, and the communication skill is very important. And talagang doon, yun yung strength ko. And yun talaga yung ininvest ko sa high English. Most especially ang TESOL, TESL, TEFL, and TEYL. Talagang it will help you. Yung courses ay pinag-isipan, yung curriculum natin in high English, talagang well crafted, and talagang I've learned a lot from it. It's asynchronous and self-paced, right, Miss Abby, and you can learn from it. Yeah, you will grow personally and professionally.
So you're teaching elementary students, like grade 1 to 6?
Yeah. Currently, I'm handling third grade students, and I'm teaching English language arts. And yan yung reason why I was hired here, because I really highlighted that I have those certifications in my resume, and that helped me a lot na to make it in the interview, and I was able to hired by the school, the White River Elementary. First, talagang iba talaga, Miss Abby, yung iba talaga yung na-experience ko dito sa US. The kids here are different, so you need to prepare yourself emotionally, and yeah, emotionally dapat prepared ka in dealing with these kids, kasi iba yung culture. You will really adjust to their culture here. It's We are dealing with Native Americans, and so you need to also to learn the culture that they have, and able to live with it. So they're conservative, and yeah, I'm here in White Mountain Apache a tribe. So it's a reservation, Miss Abby. And yeah, it's a challenging. And in the first 3 to 4 months, I've experienced anxiety. To tell you honestly, and that's normal, anxiety of the unknown. But I was able to, as the time goes by, dapat prepared ka with your lesson plan. You always perceive that every day is an observation day. Kasi parating may Arizona Department of Education na pumapasok sa iyong room, may mga bisita, your principal and your instructional coach are conducting walkthroughs, informal observation. So tayo mga Pinoy, talagang nagpapakitang gilas tayo and we never settle for less. We are not a mediocre. We continue to aim high for excellence at talagang pinaninindigan natin na kahit saan tayo ilagay sa buong mundo, talagang nangingibabaw po ang talentong Pinoy and yan po dapat yung tatak natin. World class po yung ating pinuproduce ng mga teachers from the Philippines and sinasabi ko po that we need to invest in ourselves po. So wag nating tipirin yung ating sarili. Meron pong mga institutions that talagang ano lang, 'di ba? Talagang madali lang sila, nakaka-produce sila ng kahit mga doctors pero makikita pa rin po sa product nila. So dapat po talaga we invest in quality education and nakikita po 'yan the way we handle things, the way we speak, the way we talk, the way we do things. Nakikita po that we invested in ourselves a lot. And yan po yung pinaka-importante. Hindi niyo po yan maitatago and yan po yung sinasabi ko na dapat po ay marami po tayong um, iniinvesan sa ating sarili. Professional development, mga training seminars po, and many others. And by the way po, Miss Abby, yung mga training po pala dito sa US are paid. So, yan po. So, sipagan niyo po yung pag-a-attend at saka you'll be paid sa mga seminars, training po na ina-attendan niyo po.
Really? So,
Yes po, every
so they
hour po
pay
yon.
you for attending seminars and okay, so that's good. So they
Yes.
really support the teachers in the
Yes po.
US. Yeah.
Kapag masipag ka po sa pag-a-attend ng mga training po dito sa US every Saturday, masipag ka pong maghanap, may mga training po na sponsored by the universities that are free and they will be paying you po. They'll be sending via mail yung ano po, yung ating cheque. Yon.
So, ang yaman-yaman mo na by now.
Oh, meron po tayong savings of course kasi I'm under J1 visa. So we have a limited time po, 3 years and a 2-year extension. So we need to spend our money wisely and invest more and save more po because hindi po natin alam yung mangyayari in the future. So dapat po secured po yung ating future and we need to live within our means kung ano po yung ating lifestyle noon, ganun pa rin po dapat tayo. And dapat po marami po tayong napaglaanan ng ating pera. And wisely po dapat yung pag-spend natin ng pera kasi hindi po hindi po madali rin. Sinasabi nila na kapag nasa US ka na, no, malaki kasi dollar yung ina-earn mo, dollar rin yung
Yeah.
expenses mo.
Uh,
So, pero it depends po sa tao. Oo, meron pa rin pong nasa Amerika na pero marami pa ring utang, no? Umuutang dito, utang doon. Kasi depende po yan talaga sa ating lifestyle. So dapat kinokontrol po natin. Alam po natin yung needs and wants and we need to weigh for it. Pero hindi naman at the same time hindi po natin dinideprive yung ating selves. Dapat marunong po tayong mag-budget po sa ating ina-earn po. And dito po, um, kinikredit po nila yung experience at saka yung ating educational attainment. So, yung sinabi ko po, dapat we need to invest in ourselves po with the graduate and postgraduate studies kasi binabayaran ka rin po niyan dito.
and for you, because you love learning, so it's easy for you to attend seminars and not get bored. You love
Yes po.
developing yourself, right?
Yes po, we
Okay.
keep on learning, we keep on aiming kasi we need to empty our cup. Kung dito ka po sa US, talagang yung posisyon po natin kung anong meron po tayo sa Pilipinas, iniwan po natin doon, no? Kasi nag-start po tayo from scratch. So dapat po binibuild po natin ulit yung ating reputation, yung ating image dito po sa US. And time will come kung ngayon kung J1 visa ka and you will go home to the Philippines to render your 212-year rule na 2-year home country rule. Don't worry kasi yung mga school district po will surely hire you once again and offer you H1B visa or even green card. No, and that will lead to citizenship po dito sa US.
Okay. So it's a process that you have to go through. J1, you have to stay 3 years and then extendable for 2 years. So that's 5 years.
Yes.
After that, you
Yes
have
po.
to return to the Philippines for 2 years and then
Yes
go
po.
back to the US.
Yeah, you can go back to the US. Here in the reservation po, usually they are, you go back as H1B visa or a green card na. So, depende po yan sa performance mo. So, dapat tasipagan po natin and time will come na makikita po yung effort nyo po. It will never go na hindi po natin magagamit, kundi you will really reap what you sow in the future.
Okay, so you always say that you reap what you sow. From the time that you were young, you were hardworking, di ba?
Yes po.
Yes, because by the way, Sunday and I, okay, have met prior to the day prior to his interview in the US Embassy, and he has shared with me a lot of his experiences mula nung bata pa siya, yung kabuhayan niya up to that time. Okay? And I'm so blessed to have you as one of the students of High English. And then I
Yeah.
made really an effort to meet up with you. I'm so grateful for all the things that you have taught me. Okay. And then you share with the people how exactly was your life in the Philippines. Kung gaano kahirap, i-describe mo and all.
Yeah, hindi po lahat po na nasa bed of roses po tayo sa Pilipinas. Galing po tayo sa kahirapan. Um, I rank 1 po tayo sa Registry of Qualified Applicants and na-assign po ako sa Bukid for 2 years. And dun po, kahit nasa Bukid po tayo, nag-aaral po ako na mabuti in my master's degree. And doon ko po ginawa ang aking master's thesis kahit it doesn't have any electricity way back then. Solar lang po yung ginagamit namin doon noon. And the time will come na nagkaroon po ng electricity and na-promote po ako sa division office ng Cadiz City as Education Program Specialist for Social Mobilization and Networking. So doon po tayo sa partnerships and linkages po ng division. Tinutulungan po natin yung 68 schools covered by DepEd Cadiz City Division. And after po, I was promoted po as Senior Education Program Specialist for Human Resource Development sa Bacolod City Division. And nag-handle po tayo sa trainings and development po ng ating mga teachers. So ako po yung in charge for the induction program for beginning teachers sa ating mga bago lang nakakapasok na mga teachers sa DepEd Division of Bacolod City. And sa kanilang retirement seminar, sa lahat ng mga trainings po, sa praise awards po, like binibigyan po natin ng recognition yung ating mga outstanding teachers po and personnel of our schools division office. And hindi po naging madali yan. And I was transferred po sa planning and research po ng ating division. So ako po yung in charge for the Division Education Development Plan. Um, Hindi po naging madali. It's a roller coaster ride and it's a great learning experience po. Wag po tayong matakot na magkamali. Oo. Kasi yun po yung nagpapagrow po sa atin. We go out from our comfort zone. Even here sa US, talagang nag-go out po ako sa aking comfort zone. Pinorgo ko po yung tinatawag na security of tenure sa government service. Talagang iniwan ko yon and I go out from my comfort zone kasi sinabi ko na ano yung mangyayari sa akin if I will kung iisipin ko yung security of tenure. Talagang I failed to explore the world. to see the other side of the world, no, the other perspectives, the bigger picture. And yun po yung ginawa ko. Naging matapang po ako kahit yun po. Mataas na din po yung position ko doon sa Pilipinas. Kaya pero talagang the most important thing is we bloom where we are planted. Romans 8:28, may purpose po yung lahat ng mga nangyayari sa ating buhay. And yung plano po ni Lord ay talagang for our own good. And He will never leave us nor forsake us, Sis Abby. Always remember that. And talagang i-commit natin lahat. Oo, kasi not all our plans are His plans. And not our ways are His ways. So dapat po i-commit po natin. No? That's why King David is close, no? The man after God's own heart. Kasi malapit siya kasi kinukumit niya, he humbles himself before the Lord. And that's the most important thing. We are asking for knowledge and wisdom every single day, strength. And by the way, Miss Abby, marami rin na nangyari sa akin dito sa US. Last December, I undergone a gallbladder surgery po all by myself dito sa US. Kasi may mga trabaho rin yung mga Pinoy.
Oo.
May mga trabaho yung mga Pinoy, pero hindi po tayo pinabayaan ng Panginoon. Marami pong tumulong na mga Pinoy. At saka dito lang po ako na ospital na ako lang mag-isa. And it's away from White River, Arizona. It's 4 hours away. I went to Capital City sa Phoenix. Pinapili po ako, it's either airlift, that's parang helicopter po siya, or ambulance na dadalhin sa Phoenix, Arizona. That's the capital of Arizona. And thankfully po after the operation po naging successful po, and nakabalik po ako sa work. Mga 1 month rin po ako nagpahinga sa aking trabaho. And blessing po yung I was so grateful po sa lahat ng mga ni-use ni Lord na tumulong po sa akin. Hindi po nila ako pinabayaan. And I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, okay. So that's a very interesting story. So you needed a gallbladder operation.
Yeah. Yes po.
They made it.
Naging
Yeah.
Opo. So, I had my gallbladder. Um, yun po yung nangyari sa akin. Kaya nga po, nag-change rin po ako ng aking diet na po. So, it's more on healthy living, dapat, no? So, dapat po, health is wealth. So, dapat unahin po natin yan. Wag po nating pabayaan yung ating sarili. Most especially po na mag-isa po tayo dito sa US. So, dapat po, get yourself vaccinated, drink your vitamins, sleep well, and yun po, balance lang po ang lahat dapat. So, wag pong magpa-sobra po sa ating work. So, it's a work and life balance po dapat, Miss Abby.
Okay.
Yan.
So do you consider yourself as a workaholic? Trabaho ka ba ng trabaho? That's why, yeah.
Noon po sa Pilipinas, I'm very workaholic. So, that's why po na-promote po tayo na-promote. Pero I'm trying to slow down dito sa US. Talagang kasi nag-a-adjust po tayo. So baka ma-frustrate po tayo or ma-burnout. So dapat inaalam po natin yung proseso ng adjustment. So kapag nagkamali tayo, kapag alam natin na kasi yung aking first na feel ko dito, Miss Abby, to tell you honestly, sinabi ko, parang parang ang bobo-bobo ko kasi I've experienced learning curve, and that's a humbling experience. So diyan po tayo nagli-learn. Kung nagkamali po tayo, sinabi ko nga hindi po tayo dapat matakot magkamali kasi doon po tayo nag-iisip kung paano po tayo ma-improve. Yung first ko po na observation, it's a mess. Classroom management, hindi ko po alam paano i-handle yung klase ng mga batang to. But bumawi po tayo sa second, a formal observation with the classroom rules and routines na dapat alam ng mga bata, being firm and consistent po sa ini-implement po natin ng mga rules and routines and procedures. Dapat po, that's very necessary. And yeah, we'll learn from our mistakes and kinokorek po natin yan. We are into continuous improvement. Wala pong perfection na ika nga nila. So dapat po, and don't be frustrated. I'm a perfectionist, pero dapat we trust the process and i-commit natin sa Panginoon. I'm always praying to God, Miss Abby, yung aking mga estudyante, yung aking, and what I'm thankful for, kasi dito sa US, they are not evaluative. They are constructive po. That's why yung mga Pinoy, kapag ino-observe, they parang negative yung tinitingnan. But actually, they are helping you to become successful. Dito sa US, tinitingnan nila, dito ko nakikita na during instructional rounds na ino-observe ka, tinitingnan yung mga positive sides ng pagtuturo mo and not focusing on the negative, no? And yung mga Pinoy po yung ating taga-demo dito, ino-observe, namamayagpag po yung mga Pinoy. And that's really an achievement, and that makes me proud to become a Filipino. And yun nga, sinasabi natin, puro tayo, minsan nagko-complain tayo, no, sa Pilipinas, but we are so blessed with the training that we have, the teacher education that we have. Yung mga estudyante po natin dyan, no, uh, are very academically inclined. Matatalino po yung ating mga estudyante dyan. At saka dito rin yung mga estudyante po, yung mga Pinoy na namamayagpag rin po sa mga competition. Yung mga Pinoy na nanalo po sa spelling bee sa aming district, grabe. Talagang, yeah, yung mga Pinoy talaga. Kasi siguro, we never take things for granted. Nagdaan tayo sa kahirapan. So dapat talaga, kasi yung sa ating mindset, dapat tayong mag-aral. That's the only way na para ihaahon natin sa kahirapan yung ating pamilya. We will be able to mobilize the socio-economic status ng ating pamilya. That's it, Miss Abby.
So you have built a good reputation for Filipino teachers in the US. Congratulations to you, Vince. Okay, so we're happy to know that you're living the life in the US. So you talk about investment, okay? Invest in yourself.
Yes
When
po.
you say invest in yourself, you have to learn, to study, to improve yourself, right? How
Yes po.
about the financial aspect of investing?
Um, One of the benefits po ng kahirapan is that you value each centavo po na kinikita mo. So, talagang sinabi ko way back then na kapag nakapagtrabaho po ako, I really need to live within my means. Ganun pa rin po ako, simpleng tao. At saka, hindi naman po dapat natin mag-change yung ating lifestyle. Kasi meron pong tumataas po yung income, pero nagkakaroon po lang lifestyle inflation. So very important po na we live within our means. Sinabi ko nga, when I was a working student, no, talagang nagtrabaho ako po sa library for 5 years. Just to, way back then, meron pa pong bayad yung college. Well, huli na lang po yung free tuition fee. So, iniipon ko po lahat po ng aking allowance from my scholarship. A monthly, that's 150 pesos. And binibigay ko po sa aking ina. And bago po ako makarating sa aming bahay, ay meron pa po akong 3 bahay na pinupuntahan to have my tutorial services. And doon ko po nakita na dapat po paghirapan po natin ang ating kinikita. No? Hindi po madali yung ating paano paghirapan yung pera. So dapat po, we really need to value our money, every centavo that we have. Sinabi ko po sa ating pag-uusap noon na I've experienced po na pinagpipray ko po na sana, Lord, bigyan mo po ako ng 5 piso kasi maglalakad pa po ako. 8:30 yung klase ko, pauwi na po ako, kulang po ng 5 piso. Hanggang doon lang po sa phase 5 yung jeep. At kinakailangan ko po madilim pa po yung daan. Nag-arrive po ako sa aming lugar, sa Handumanan, that's 9:15. At kinakailangan pa pong magsakay ng bisiklet. That's tricycle or e-bike. Pero nung sabi ko, nakakita ako ng 5 piso, grabe, it's really a leap of faith. Nakita ko ng 5 piso sa upuan sa jeep, and sabi ko, grabe talaga, no? May Panginoon talaga na nakikinig sa ating mga prayers, and talagang sinabi ko, Lord, grabe ka talaga, grabe ka talaga. Dahil lang yun sa 5 piso, naging malaki pa yung aking pananalig sa inyo, no? Mas na paano pa, napatatag pa yung pananalig ko po sa inyo. It's really faith po sa inyo, no? And dahil po doon, nakagtrabaho po tayo and nakapag-invest na po ako sa iba't ibang mga investments, most especially in the futuristic ako. Sabi nila na Sunday, bakit ba pinaghahandaan mo yung kabaong mo, yung libingan mo? And sabi ko, kapag hindi ka naghanda, at first, nung namatay yung ama ko, hindi ako nakapaganda, so nalubog ako sa utang during that time. So, I've learned from my experiences and dapat po paghandaan po natin lahat. And dun po, pumasok po ako bilang agent para to have that discounts, no? Sa lahat ng mga discounts. So, yun po, I was able to, so ngayon prepared po for the future, kung ano mangyari, hindi po tayo malulugmok, kung sino man po yung no nangangailangan ay natutulungan po natin dahil doon. Ang retirement po natin, no, dapat iisipan po natin ano mangyayari sa atin sa ating retirement. Nag-earn po yung investment po natin at saka kapag nagkasakit po tayo, we are insured. That's the most important thing. And dito po sa US, I have two insurances from my visa sponsor and from the school district. Kaya nga po zero po yung binayad po natin. Ano, all expense paid po, and I'm very thankful po sa healthcare system dito sa US. Talagang napabilib po ako na kahit ikaw lang po mag-isa ay talagang masusurvive mo, no? Hindi po necessary na may bantay ka dapat, no? And madalian po, pagka-opera mo po ay lalabas ka na kinabukasan, Miss Abby. Yan po dito sa US, and it's very modern with the grabe, na top caliber po ng mga doctors po natin. Yan
Okay.
po, Miss Abby.
So I'm so happy that you're in very good physical condition now and you have changed your diet because of
Yes
what
po.
you have gone through. And so,
And
anong
po,
diet natin ngayon?
of course po, nag-minimize na po tayo sa mga high fat na mga meals, sa salty food, no? Dapat po ay maging healthy living na po tayo. And of course, in connection pala, Miss Abby, talagang dapat po ay may savings po pala tayo, no? Dapat po ay pinaghahandaan po natin ang future. Not only in investment, but also sinisave po natin yung ating money na earn, kasi hindi po natin alam yung mga emergencies po na nangyayari or mga dapat po na dapat nating bayaran, no? Na exist po. So dapat po ay of course iniiwasan po nating hindi ko sinasabi na masama po ang umutang, pero iniiwasan po natin ang umutang at mabaon sa utang, kasi utang nag-ano yan, nag-i-increase po yung interest niyan. Depende po, meron pong monthly, quarterly or annually po. So dapat po talaga ay um, pinag-iisipan po natin ang ating kinabukasan. So, we need to be goal-oriented. Ang ginagawa ko po, Miss Abby, shinare ko rin po ito sa GMA Regional TV with Adrian Prietos, na I'm listing po yung mga short-term and long-term goals po nakin. And kino-cross out ko po every time na na-achieve ko na po yun. So, every day po, nagkakaroon po ako, nililista ko po. I have the end, no? You have the end in mind dapat, na dapat nag-celebrate po ako sa mga small successes po. So dapat po ay kapag overwhelming po yung ating trabaho, ay nililista po natin at china-chunk po natin ito into smaller task para maging ma-contribute po sa attainment po ng overall po natin ng mga goals. That's very important po. And yung mga small actions po natin, small steps po natin, small chunks po, nagiging big po ito. Yun yung pong sikreto ko, no? Bakit po nagiging successful, uh, na na you are reaping po yung products po ng yung sacrifices, kasi mga small actions po yan. And you need to be consistent po to become goal-oriented. You need to be consistent po in all of the things that you are doing. And constant correct practice po dapat, no? Practice lang po ng practice, and tiwala lang po sa Panginoon, no? Kapit lang po tayo and aim high for excellence po.
Okay, so you
That's it.
mentioned about the short-term and long-term goals. Like, give me an example.
Short-term goals po, of course, ano po yung dapat nating ma-attain for a day? So, kung ma-attain mo yan, talagang may sense of satisfaction. Naging successful po yung day ko. Dapat pinaghahandaan niyo po. Kasi failing to plan is planning to fail. So, example, kapag wala kang lesson plan, the tendency is magkaka-anxiety ka. So, dapat alam mo kung paano i-deal po yung mga nangyayari. Hindi lang po forever na ma-anxiety ka, you are living in fear. Dapat pinaghahandaan niyo po para ma-lessen po yung anxiety. So, para pinaghahandaan niyo po paano mo i-manage yung mga bata. Dapat kapag nasa battlefield ka, dapat kumpleto ka sa ano mo, sa armas, no, kumbaga, no, kung i-relate natin sa mga soldiers, dapat kapag susuong ka sa laban, dapat kumpleto ka. No? Kumpleto ka
Okay, so
sa
every day you list your short-term goals. Like,
yes po, and may
for example,
long-term goals din po. Yes
and
po.
the long. So, for example, for today, you have listed your short-term
Yes, of
goals.
course.
Okay,
Opo.
so give me a rundown if you'd like to share
Uh-huh.
with us. Yeah, your short-term
Okay.
goals.
Yung short-term goals ko po ngayon, of course po, tayo mga Pilipino, dapat nagpa-participate po tayo sa mga extracurricular activities. So today, pumunta po ako sa Theodore Roosevelt School sa Fort Apache, and I served there as a time a scorekeeper, scorekeeper. So, it's a new experience. Kinabahan po ako paano gawin yon. It's quite overwhelming, pero nilearn po natin yon. So, dapat you need to empty your cup. So, um, unfill, and refill your cup po. That's very important na dapat po, you don't know everything. Kasi kapag alam mo lahat, talagang, yun yung ano, dapat open-minded po tayo for new learning. So be humble po. Be humble po sa mga new learning po na ating na na-encounter natin sa ating everyday lives, because that makes us a better person. That's it po.
What about your long-term goals?
Yung long-term goal ko po, I would say example, I would say my cooperative. Sa cooperative po, top depositor po tayo sa Bacolod City. And that's my long-term goal. Talagang nilalagyan ko yan yung aking capital build-up po. And nasashock nga po yung iba. Bakit bata-bata pa ni Sunday, bakit nasa top depositor siya? It has something to do with consistency. Alam niyo po, kahit nasa division office na po ako, nagtitinda pa rin ako ng mani noon. Hindi ako nahihiya. So, walang mapapala po yung hiya natin. So, dapat po, ah, kapag hinahiya ka, walang mangyayari. So, you need to take action. You need to take action. So, dapat po, we are looking for ways to become better. We never settle for less. That's the most important thing dyan. And dapat po, kasi sa aking visa po, hindi po allowed yung other means of income. Pero noon po, grabe yung mga diskarte ko sa buhay. Sideline, sa review center, all throughout Western Visayas. Dito naman na maraming review center na nag-hire po sa akin. At saka tutorial, nagtitinda pa ako, nagpapa-Gcash pa ako. Pinasok ko po yun lahat. And hindi ko po yun pinagsisihan kasi talaga ngayon lumalaki na, no? Lumalaki yung pinaghirapan natin, and nababayaran po natin yung mga inutang rin po natin papunta rito. So as the time goes by po, talagang kasi nag-invest rin po tayo dito. So, talagang uplift po natin, na-mobilize po natin yung ating socio-economic status. And it makes me humble po yung experience, and talagang nakaka-addict po yung investment, Miss Abby.
Wow,
Oo,
that's a good addiction,
nakaka-addict.
huh? Addiction
Yeah.
to invest, yeah.
Yeah, the saving po and investment. That's a very important thing there.
Yeah.
First thing, Miss Abby, na sinicure ko when I went here is the emergency fund. Kasi matatanda rin, marami pong meron po ako matatanda na rin ng mga family members. So, dapat po ay, yeah, emergency fund is very important. Yun po yung una kong sinecure po. And I'm not touching it. And second po, of course, savings and investment po.
Okay. So, ang swerte naman ng pamilya mo, you invest for them and you think about their financial future.
Nung November and December, pangarap kasi noon yung lolo't lola ko ay nakakatikim lang ng lechon na sa mga party pero hindi naman lahat. Hindi sila ba talagang enjoy talaga ng lechon. Ngayon, I was able to provide, and it's really my joy, Miss Abby, na talagang nakikita sila na natitikman nila yung mga gusto nila. Oh, ano kayo, enjoy kayo dyan. Ng family ko, nabibigay ko yung mga gusto nila. And talagang yun yung kahinaan ko. Yun yung kahinaan ko, Miss Abby. Yung nakikita ko na para sa pamilya ko. It's really for my family because we Filipinos have close family ties. We are family oriented. So inuuna natin yung ating mga pamilya. And that's the joy. Yan yung nagbibigay kaligayahan po sa atin. And that's the reason why na nagpapakahirap po tayo, nagtatrabaho po sa ibang bansa to give the wants and needs, most especially the needs of our family.
So, you've been there for a couple of months already, like almost
Yes
a year.
po.
Did you buy anything for yourself? Bumili ka ba ng relo, ng bag, or anything?
Yung pinakauna ko mong binili is ang phone po kasi dapat talaga dito sa US parang yun phone talaga yung inuna ko na investment. That's very important na to connect with the people that I love, and the phone talaga yung una kong ininvest. And of course, I was able to pay na rin po ng aking house and lot po sa Philippines.
Wow!
Opo.
May house and lot ka na. Share mo. Share mo yung picture sa amin.
Yes po. Yun po. Yun po yung inuna ko talaga. And it gives me joy para pagbalik ko sa Pilipinas, wala na akong puproblemahin. It's in East Homes 5 subdivision po, Miss Abby, and talagang pinaghandaan ko po siya para hindi ako mamroblema po sa pagdating ko po sa Pilipinas, sa pag-uwi ko po. And yun po, pinaghahandaan po lahat. We are not living at the moment, but we are also living po in the future. I mean, pinaghahandaan po natin yung future po natin. Kasi kapag hindi ka po nakapaghanda, nga po tayo. Nga at mas stress po tayo at mamumblema. Okay lang po na nagpapakahirap po tayo ngayon, and para hayahay po tayo sa future po.
Mm. So you believe in saving in the present so that you can secure your future.
Yes po. Pero po, dapat po nag-enjoy pa rin po tayo. Meron pong chunk po, example, yung aking ginagawa is malaki po ng chunk ng aking budgeting, Miss Abby, is napupunta po talaga sa aking needs. I guess it's 40%, tsaka yung aking savings is 30%, yung investment is 20, and 10% po yung napupunta po sa leisure po. So yung leisure po, example, every spring break or fall break, mga break po namin dito sa US, pumupunta po ako sa other states like New Mexico, Las Vegas, Nevada. Yun po. Yun yung
It's like traveling also, traveling.
yes po. Dapat hindi po natin dinideprive yung self po natin to enjoy, of course. So it is a matter of budgeting po. Not all of it na puro na lang savings, investment. So I spend my budget 40% for my needs, 10% for my leisure, 30% po for my savings, and 20% po for my investment. That's it po.
Okay. So naka-budget talaga yan, naka-itemize talaga.
Yes po. At inuuna po natin, that's income minus savings is equal to expenses po. Yun yung dapat natin. Kasi wala pong mangyayari kung income minus expenses is equal to savings. Wala po dyan mangyayari. So it should be income minus savings is equal to expenses.
And you learn also to spend some money for your enjoyment, right? So,
Yes po, ang 10% po yan sa ating income, accumulate po yan every month. And yan po yung gagastusin po natin for spring break or summer and fall break. Yun po yung pinaglalaanan po natin ng ating budget.
okay, do you miss the Philippines? What do you miss most
Of
about the
course,
Philippines?
yung luto po, yung cuisine, talagang I miss talaga ng lasang Pinoy kasi iba yung mga products po dito sa US. And I need to go to Phoenix. That's 4 hours from 3 to 4 hours from White River. I need to go there para maninda po ng mga necessary po na gulay, mga Filipino products po. Kasi doon po yung mga Filipino stores.
Diyan sa Arizona, anong kinakain mo usually burgers ba? Or what?
I cannot live po without rice. Talagang hinahanap po ng aking sistema yung rice. Hinahanap po ng aking katawan yung rice. So, example ngayon, nagsain po ako ng rice nung nag-break po tayo, Miss Abby. Kasi I'm longing for rice po talaga, Miss Abby. We are Filipinos and that's our staple food. And we can never go away from rice. Rice is life.
Rice is life. Yes, of course. Yes, rice is life. And what's your
Yes.
viand? Anong ulam mo? Adobo? Nagluluto ka ba ng adobo diyan or lahat canned goods or what?
Depende po, depende po. Of course, kung tayo lang po, no, depende po. Meron pong gulay balanse po, meron pong karne, and at saka yung mga Pinoy na neighbor ko po dito, mapagbigay. So, after this, of course, no, sama-sama po kaming kakain. After this, Miss Abby.
Okay, so
Opo.
there's a wrong notion about Filipinos abroad na naghihilahan, crab mentality.
Aha,
May ganyan may ganyang pag-iisip yung mga OFW na, ay, wag ka
opo,
makikipag-ibigan sa mga Pilipino kasi ganito, ganyan.
opo.
Naghihilahan, crab mentality. So it's not true in your community there.
Although po, that's usual po, but we cannot control po mga external factors. It depends pa rin po sa atin. So, focus on what you can control. So, kapag ganun, toxic, yung may mga toxic talaga.
Yung conflict po, we can never escape from conflict because we're interacting every day at saka hindi po natin ma-please po yung kada tao. Depende rin po. Talagang yung conflict nangyayari yan araw-araw but it depends po on how you react to things. So dapat po ay focus po tayo kung ano po yung ating makontrol lang po sa ating mga sarili. That's the reality of life. Meron pong mga nangyayaring ganyan. Pero syempre dapat po pagbutihin na lang po natin sa ating end po. Yun po yung pinaka-importante.
Okay. So, marami kang mga kaibigan yung mga Pinoy and you support each other. Nagbibigay sa'yo ng mga pagkain. Yeah.
Yes po, depende po yan kasi sa pinapakita mo sa iyong sa kapwa po mo Pinoy. Um, Naniniwala po ako sa kasabihan na kapag ah, binigay mo yung nararapat ay makakamit mo rin, Miss Abby. Babalik yan sa'yo. So dapat po ay of course no, tinatrato mo ng mabuti, mabuti yung pinapakita mo, yun. And babalik rin po yan sa'yo, Miss Abby. Opo.
Okay. Do
Yun
you
po yung
think that, okay,
pinaka-importante.
so you have mentioned God during our interview, right? So what is God's role in your life?
Despite of the busy schedule that I have, nagsiserve pa rin po ako sa simbahan. I'm teaching kids po sa aming church. So, White Mountain Apache Baptist Church. And yeah, part pa rin po at syempre yan yung nagiging serve natin as outlet dito po kasi malayo po tayo sa ating family. So dapat po na humuhugot po tayo sa Poong May Kapal. And that's our core. Dapat po natin na i-put siya at the center of our lives po. He will direct our lives. We commit everything to the Lord.
So that's your way of giving back to God for all the blessings that He has
Yes po.
on you.
Hindi, that's correct po. Hindi lang po puro trabaho, kundi meron po rin, nagbibigay po tayo ng time po sa ating poong may kapal. And that's very important. That's our core. Yan po, pinagpipray ko, kinukumit ko po yung lahat po sa Panginoon. Lahat po ng problems ko. Kasi ako lang po dito mag-isa, malayo from my family, new environment, everything is new to me. Yung iba po, hindi na po nakayanan, umuuwi, talagang kumapit po tayo sa ating poong may kapal. And he is our core po.
Ganyan palang mga stories na Filipinos hindi nagtatagal, umuuwi, ganon.
Meron po. That's the realities of life. Meron din pong napapauwi, hindi na-renew. Meron din pong umuuwi kasi hindi nakayanan po yung kalungkutan. So depende po talaga 'yon. So dapat kapag nag-US ka dapat desidido ka, talagang naka-decide ka sa iyong sarili na ah, talagang lahat ng holistically, lahat ng aspects of life, physically, mentally, emotionally, prepare mo na yung sarili mo. Yun yung dapat mong gawin dito.
And God has prepared you since you were young sa lahat ng mga kahirapan na
Opo.
naranasan mo, prepared you for this life, right?
I praise God po. I praise God po. I cannot say Miss Abby na perfect na po lahat or talagang bed of roses na it's a roller coaster ride and I'm very very excited as long as the Lord is with me. Hindi po tayo dapat matakot. We are not living in fear. Pero dapat po ay kinocommit ba sa may Panginoon po tayo. No? Everything, may smooth sailing po ang lahat. Basta may Panginoon lang po tayo. He is not promising na maging bed of roses, kundi He will be there. Sabi nga, no, we will be journeying with you, O Lord. Hindi na ikaw yung mag-journey sa amin, kundi we will be journeying with you. So yan po, talagang napaka-effective po ng prayer. At first, nag-struggle po ako, Miss Abby, nag-struggle po ako sa classroom management. Pero ngayon, pinag-pray ko po every single day yung aking mga estudyante. And now, I was able to become an effective. And it was commended po na nag-improve po yung learning environment, yung classroom management ko po by my principal.
Congratulations! Congratulations,
I
Vinny.
praise God.
So tell us this classroom scenario. How many students do you handle like in a class?
I have 22 students po, diverse students po. And iba-iba po yung mga backgrounds po 'yan. Opo. And talagang iba po dito yung mga bata compared po sa atin sa Pilipinas. So, alam naman po natin, iba-iba po yung kultura. So dapat maging prepared din po tayo sa pag-deal sa mga bata. Emotionally. Kasi iba rin silang sumagot dito. So dapat po prepared ka po talaga. Opo.
Okay, so give us one story or what happened para medyo malinawan kami. Ano ba yung experience na
Meron po dito mga bata na magse na, "Go back to the Philippines. You don't belong here." So dapat talagang kumbaga laliman yung meaning niyan. So dapat talaga you know yourself better, no? You don't need anyone's validation that you will be questioning yourself, but talagang alam mo, no? I belong here. Sabi ko,
Okay,
I
so how
belong
did you
here.
handle? Okay, so may estudyante nagsabi sa'yo, oh, you go back to the Philippines. You don't belong here. How do you handle that?
Okay, so I am your teacher. Sinasabi ko, I am your teacher and I deserve to be respected. So, kapag sinabi ko po, I'll be calling home, yun na po. Talagang kino-call ko po yung parents nila. And then, yun po, may mga disciplinary actions po yung mga parents nila po.
So that's the system in the US.
Yes po.
Okay, so last question. What advice
Yes.
would you give all the fellow Filipinos who would like to teach in the US or abroad?
Sinasabi ko po, depende po yan sa atin, pero dapat pong maging prepared, maging handa po tayo sa sa hamon ng buhay po. So dapat po hindi lang po tayo abrupt mag-decide, kundi lahat po ng aspeto dapat pinaghahandaan po natin sa ating buhay. So especially, this is a major decision po ang pumunta ng US. Opo.
Okay, so lahat paghahandaan. So
Yes po.
thank you very much, Vince, for giving us your time. And
Yes po.
I know that a lot of students will learn from your experience. So meron
Opo.
tayong part 3, part 4, part 5.
Yes po.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Abby. Have a great day.
So,